One, two, one, two. What's up, yo? It's Tone Starks in the building. You know what it is, nigga. It's Gully TV. We out here. Let's do what we do.
My man. Unit, you know what I mean? Tripe the God, real shit. Gully TV, my nigga for real.
My God.
Me watching Gully TV. What you see standing before my camera is an authentic Wu baby.
Yeah. What's up? What's up? Yah Sin in the building. Shout out to the grain.
Appreciate having you, man. One of the first things I want to ask you was what it was like growing up in Stapleton Projects.
Oh man, shit! I got stories for days, right? See, my situation probably different from the average kid because both of my parents was a part of the what they call the super predator group. Gully know about that group.
Right.
So being raised by them, it was different for me because I was a kid, but I was already outside, 2, 3 years old. I'm outside all day long, you know, like with different people, and because of who my parents was, like the hood treated me like a prince almost, you know, like, and it was crazy. I mean, that at the end of the day, anything could happen to you because of what's going on, but I just had that special treatment in the hood, so it was crazy, but I loved it. I loved every moment of it.
You knew from the door, like early on, you was gonna be a rapper.
Nah, actually, I didn't really care to rap. I always been a good writer though. Like even in school and shit, like I would do my thing in English classes and all the tests and all that. So I was always a good writer. But with the rapping shit, I used to play around with it, but I never had no real aspiration to be a rapper. It wasn't until I was about 18 years old that I started feeling like, yo, I'm gonna take this rapping shit serious.
Yeah.
You know, like, well.
So anything before 18, you was just leading your life as a regular kid.
Yeah.
With all that star power.
I was trying to be a regular kid, and it's crazy that you said that, yo. Thank you. That's a blessing even to use those words, you know, the star power thing. Like, I'm a very humble dude, so at times I would dim my light because I didn't want people around me to feel like, yo, I think I'm this, I think I'm that. When I had such a different life and upbringing, because like I had moved from Stapleton when I was younger, maybe like 8 years old, but I didn't just move because we was moving. Like we got raided out, because you know, my younger brother's father and my mom, you know, they had a lot going on. Like he was one of the biggest drug dealers in Staten Island. So, and then you know who my father is, you know, but he was locked up at the time.
Right.
So it was just a lot of things going on, but we got raided out of Stapleton and we moved to Queens. Shout out Shadyville, Queens. That was the first place in Queens that I moved. So I'm here, I'm going back and forth to Staten Island, I'm running around in Queens, and you know, I'm growing up, living a regular life, but still having all those Wu-Tang influences around me and shit. And when it came time for me to perform, I feel like I stepped up to the plate. Because before then, shit, like you said, I was living regular, but what's regular to us in our environment is different. Like, so when I say regular, it's like, yeah, I was going to school. Yeah, I was selling drugs. Yeah, I was fucking all the time. You know what I mean? Like, that was teenage life for me. So, yeah, that's the type of shit I was on beforehand.
Okay. I was first introduced to you and everything that you're doing by way of my homeboy, Shaheen.
Yeah, shout out to Shaheen.
Explain to my viewers your relationship with Shah. It was, he made it clear to me, man, that he was co-signing what you was doing, and the first offering he sent to me was dope. And then I ended up getting something else like a year later, and I didn't understand the gap, like, you know.
Hey, yo, what a shoot,
yeah, I didn't even think you was taking it serious, man. Your pops, that's my man, like I said. I met him through Shah, and he sent me something, and I was explaining to him. I'm like, man, I'm not treating everybody like I'm treating Shaheen, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm like, you and Shaheen, y'all family. He like, nigga, this is my son.
You're like, yeah, nigga, like, yo, don't get more family than this. You looking out for me by doing this.
Yeah, like, it's my biological son. So yeah, go ahead and explain to me your relationship with Shah.
Alright, so Shah, anybody out there, a lot of y'all know who Shyheim is. Shyheim was like the kid growing up. Like he was like the first child star. Like he paved way for like the Lil Waynes and all of that. So obviously he was treated like that in the hood. I was about maybe 2 or 3 years old when his first video dropped for On and On.
Yeah.
And my mom is in the video. She playing the shorty that commits suicide in the beginning of the video.
Okay.
So that's where my relationship with Shyheim starts. You know what I mean? Like, so we're not blood related, but he's always been like an older brother for me because he's like my mom and my dad's little brother. You know what I mean? So it's those generations. Like, he's a little bit younger than them. Yeah. I'm younger than him. You know, so but we always. In Stapleton, we stuck together, and you see similarities in us because we was just bringing a type of wave that, you know, other people didn't have.
Yeah. So,
and as I got older, Shah seen the work I was putting in, and he was at times he was just like, "Yo, come through," and he fuck with me, you know.
I know the history of you know, the projects out there. Mm-hmm. Stapleton, Park
Hill, West Brighton.
Yeah, West Brighton and all of that. Was it the same way for you younger guys growing up? Was y'all rivals with Park Hill and all that?
So, like I said, I had moved from Stapleton at a certain age, but I was still back and forth. So the Park Hill and Stapleton thing did carry on for some years. I'm trying to think, did anybody really get dropped behind that shit? I don't know how many murders or anything happened between the Stapleton and Park Hill shit, but we definitely still had rivals. Yeah. As the kids, teens, or whatever, but I feel like it's definitely have come together since then. But other projects and shit, like I couldn't be the one to tell you the politics about it. But Park Hill and Stapleton, like I was around a lot, you know.
Right. Did you go to school with them?
In elementary school, yeah, but in junior high school, I was already in Queens.
Did you understand that it was a difference between y'all, or either projects had a history of being at odds? As a kid, did you understand that?
Nah, because you gotta remember, like, even though we're in different projects, we got family members that live in this project or live in that project. So it's like, I'm going to Park Hill, or I'm going to West Brighton, I'm going to chill with. So the fact that our elders got wars and shit going on, like, it didn't really make sense to me, because it's like, I gotta be over here. And then, like, the life that I had and the people that was in my house, as a kid, I had to be aware of certain things that probably most kids didn't have to be aware of. So that shit kind of grew me up quick. Like, I had to know when to keep my mouth shut. Right. I had to know certain things that I see I can't tell back, or things that if my mom entrusted me to do something that she probably shouldn't entrust on a kid at the moment, that I had to keep that with myself and hold it down.
Right.
So
one of the things I noticed immediately was that you obviously have a great cosign from Tony Stark. You know I was going to ask that. What's it like to be favored by him, man?
Oh, man. Ghost is different. Like, Ghost is different because, like, look how everybody that's, like, rap fans and, like, they love Ghost. Like, they hold him probably the highest in Wu, because he has such a different style. And I'm going to say, like I said, because he's from Stapleton, Ghost was really outside. Like, yeah, all that shit in his raps, he really that dude. So it's great. It's an honor, you know. Sometimes I forget it because these are my peoples, but it's an honor. It's an honor for real. Yeah. Word.
What it was like watching him escalate to that pedestal.
When they dropped 36 Chambers, it was at 94?
Like 93.
93?
Yeah.
See, I'm just born in 90.
Okay.
So they pretty much already established by the time I'm really coming into consciousness of who they are. Yeah. But I didn't understand how big until I got older. Yeah. Because you see, like, out of all the groups that came out of New York, that came out of hip-hop period, the Wu-Tang has, like, a cult to this day. Yeah. A cultural cult. Like, people, Asian community obviously loves them because of the Wu-Tang and all the knowledge that comes behind that. Then you got the God Body audience that's always going to stay, because they was one of the ones that kept that shit throughout the whole movement. Yeah. So, seeing that every day is surreal. Like, even them people affiliating me with it, like, I still, like I said, I put in my homework. I didn't really piggyback off of them, but to be, sometimes I sit back and like, damn, to be affiliated with that, to be affiliated with them, it's a blessing, you know what I mean? Like, it's fire, it's some lit shit.
Did Wu-Tang since you were speaking about the cult following, one of the things that some of the leverage that Wu-Tang had on us, because I grew up in it, you know, teenager when they came out, they had extreme fashion influence. Like that was like the icing on the cake. You know what I mean?
And people look at Ghost like, you know, like the ultra fly nigga,
Ultra fly.
too.
Yeah.
But like the Wallabies and shit. I remember when they had the Wu Wear store. What was that on? Might have been on Victory. Shit, I got special memories from those times. Like they used to come to the hood sometimes and be giving every old kids jackets and shit, like fly shit too. Not no regular jackets. Like we used to come through and get fly shit. Especially me, they gave me extra. You know.
Yeah.
So that shit was fire.
They was the first rap group that was like literally like a fashion catalog. Like, bullshit you not. Like watching Wu-Tang video. We wasn't already influenced by hip hop. You know, we see Rob Bass on TV, Rob Bass fly, we like that shit. We gonna imitate that shit.
Big Daddy Kane.
Big Daddy Kane, all the fly guys, Nas, AZ.
Right.
But Wu-Tang was literally like a 9-man fashion catalog. Like you get 9 different niggas to be influenced by,
and with different styles.
yeah,
too, like.
this is 9 different Pelly jackets. You know what I'm saying? 9 different,
Yo, facts.
9 different polo shirts.
Facts.
9 different pairs of Timbs. Like 9 different pairs of sneakers. Well, 10 once Capitana came home.
That's a fact.
I remember
that's a crazy perspective.
That's for real. Man.
That's like Dipset before Dipset.
Yeah.
As far as like having so many different dudes you looking at being dipped out and
just
shit like
that. For real. Like they watching their music videos, man. I used to be punch drunk. For real. Like I would like literally see a music video like Triumph or It's Yours was a big one. And run out the house and go directly to the mall and shit. Like, try to duplicate what I saw. To the point that like my cousins, people I went to school and shit with, they like, man, you be trying to dress like them Wu niggas.
Get the fuck out of here.
It was the helly hands and the polo. It was
leather,
everything that they was wearing was
shit.
The shit.
See me to this day, like
you got it all on.
Yeah, like I to this day I still and that's my thing too. Like something about that era, even the fashion that we made popular at that time. Like 'cause you got to shout out in Brooklyn the Lowheads who really, you know what I mean. Other places capitalized on it, like even Raekwon saying shit like same damn low sweater, you know what I mean? Like that the Snow Beach shit and
that was the first time I believe people outside of New York City seen that Snow Beach jacket. Like we didn't even know what it was. We knew it was some fly shit, but we didn't even know what the fuck it was. You know, it don't say Ralph Lauren, it don't say Polo. It say Snow Beach.
Facts.
And
that's a timeless piece right now.
Yeah, that jacket costs like $4,000 right now.
Timeless piece. It probably wouldn't be like that if it wasn't for that.
Yeah. He definitely took it to another level for sure.
Word.
For sure. I noticed in your bio it says that you have experimented or created Spanish music.
Yeah, facts.
Tell me about that. I think that's super unique.
Facts. So my last name, you know, I got my mom's last name. My last name is Hernandez. So my mom was 100% Honduran, you know. So I got family from Honduras. I wasn't taught Spanish growing up. My grandparents speak it because my mom was a first generation American. Like she grew up like a black girl, you know what I mean? Like so she didn't really take the time. Like some people might look at her and be like, she looked like something, whatever. But she wasn't one of those type of like black Hispanics that try to differentiate themselves from the rest of the black diaspora, you know what I mean? Like she grew up as a project black girl,
right?
You know, so I wasn't like when I was younger, nobody couldn't call me a Latino. Like I'm like nigga, what? Like what the fuck? like what you mean? Like I'm black. If anything, I might have went by like Caribbean or something, but. As far as that Spanish shit, because I didn't speak the language, like I wasn't really gravitating toward it. But when I was in 5th grade, my Spanish teacher, like, she started asking me, like, yo, your last name's Hernandez, like, so where's your family from? And I was telling her or whatever, and she's like, yo, you need to learn Spanish.
Bilingual.
Yeah.
Right.
So from then, I started taking it more serious, and over the years, I did learn it. Like, I'm still not 100% fluent, but I know the language now. So the music, in high school, I was listening to all the reggaeton, the bachata, you know what I mean? And then I started to go back and learn a little bit more about stuff that I wasn't getting.
Right.
But their music has been taking a lot from our music as far as what's popular now, right?
Yeah.
So, but they're growing so rapidly because the community is so big. So eventually I'm like, yo, I could write the music, I could do the music with a good accent and all that. So I was like, yo, let me experiment, let me fuck with it. So I did.
Yeah.
Now, after I did that, you know, people was receiving it well. I was like, yo, let me try something. Like, of course, I sent it out to my family in Honduras, so they was already bumping it and all that. But I'll be running sponsors on Instagram as an independent artist. That's one of the tactics that has I think got me the most real followers and stuff like that while I'm running the ads.
Yeah.
So I know how to tweak the ads to go in different countries and shit. So I did a post.
Bilingual.
Yeah, I did a post in all the Spanish countries. Shit was going nuts. That shit's probably almost at 1 million. I dropped this a couple years ago. It's probably almost at 1 million.
Yeah.
So crazy that I started getting hit ups. I even got in contact. A dude from Telemundo contacted me and played my shit on Telemundo and everything.
That's crazy as fuck. That's crazy as hell. I believe music is a great teaching tool.
Facts.
Because I played basketball. We didn't have to take Spanish in public school. I was playing ball, and I ended up going to a prep school. And this is when I was encountered with having to take Spanish in class.
And how old was you at that point?
Probably like 14 or some shit. I could not grasp that shit, man. It was frustrating as a motherfucker, and I needed a certain grade point average to play basketball and shit. And I'm getting pissed, like, man, I don't fucking need this shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, I want to pop all the me off, man. Fuck that. It was pissing me off. It was pissing me off, man. And my teacher, she was explaining to me, man, like, yo, if you learn this shit, you're gonna be like, it's like a weapon. It's like a weapon, man. It's versatile. Employers will hire you quicker, like everything. She was explaining that to me and shit. And I couldn't get it, right? I started picking up on Spanish from music. Black Rob, who's from Spanish Harlem, like the shit that rappers will say, like mostly New York City rappers will say some Spanish shit.
And a lot of them, a lot of people don't know, a lot of them are mixed. Like, and one time I did a post, you know, highlighting that shit because people was doing some argument about blacks and Hispanics or whatever. And I'm like, yo, a lot of us that are Hispanic, we don't even say that shit. So you including this in the black culture, but this is a Hispanic person too at the same time.
Right.
Like a nigga like Lloyd Banks, Fab, Cameron, Jim Jones, you know what I mean? Like, these are all people we consider as black people.
Right.
Of black culture. But these niggas are also mixed. You get what I'm saying? Noriega. He made it known.
He was one that I started to pick up on what he was saying.
And people don't credit him as much as they should for bringing reggaeton mainstream. That's low-key a gem. Like, if people pay attention, like, them niggas wasn't popping on this side on this side before he did that shit with Nina Sky. And
he was the first person I heard even use the term.
Facts.
So.
Facts.
Yeah. That I ended up starting to learn, you know, a lot of Spanish from music and then dating girls. I got Puerto Rican kids.
Yeah, but that's another thing. Most black dudes love the Latinos. You know what I mean? Like, so. Learning the language is gonna put you. If anybody out there watching, you want to get a little ahead, brush up on your Spanish.
So during my travels, my education on the Spanish language, I came into contact with Moreno, and I think some people say it as a derogatory term, but when they told me what it meant, I said, "What's wrong with that?" Like, it means brown man, dark skinned man, right?
So it just depends on people's intent behind the word. It's the same way as us saying nigga, right?
Okay.
But I told I told this one girl one time, because she's Puerto Rican. Yeah, she's Puerto Rican. And I was talking to her, and I'm like, yo, only in that culture really do we talk about people. We identify people with their skin color so much, or use that as a main key characteristic. Like el moreno, you know what I mean, or blanquito, or the white boy, you know what I mean, like. So that's one of the first things that they say. I mean, we say it too, like we'll be like, yo, the Spanish nigga, the white, whatever, you know what I mean? But it's in their language, like you said, they say morena, you know what I mean? It could be a term of endearment even.
Yeah.
Like if they call you morenito, like they trying to say like, oh, like you like you're good looking or you're handsome, but
that's how I got it.
But people will take that if you, and in the Hispanic community, they don't really do that because they don't be knowing their history that well as somebody like me. But even that, to some people, they're aware that that could be seen as derogatory because, like, you saying that I'm good looking for a black person, that's why you saying it like that, oh, negrito, like, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm supposed to feel honored that you think that I'm beautiful for a black person. You know what I mean? So some people, it depends on how the word is used, you know? They
called me a sexy moreno. When they told me what it meant,
on it.
I'm like, shit, I should get that tattooed on me.
The song that one of the songs that I made in Spanish, like I'm saying that in the corner, I'm saying, it's el morenito, you know what I mean, tu celito, like I'm saying, like I'm your brown dude, you know what I mean, that you enamored by, you know? Right. Word. So it's definitely. It's a thing.
No doubt.
For sure.
Tell me what it was like appearing on Sway in the Morning. You have been under the radar as far as I'm concerned. I've been doing this a long time. How was it like to get on Sway? What was that like?
That shit was awesome. Like I think I don't realize how big it was at the time because I had already been by the time I went on Sway, I was with my second group. My second group was composed of like 2 dudes from my first group, and I just stopped fucking with the other ones. We was called YVs. Okay. It was a couple of dudes that I grew up with in Shadyville, and from other parts of Queens, like Southside or whatever. And so we made a new group, and it's called Undefined. So this group, I went out and I went and got an LLC. Trademark, all that shit. I'm like 22 years old. Like niggas wasn't doing that at 22. Right. You know what I mean? But I was on it. So within about a couple of months of us getting the LLC, we landed that opportunity, and it happened organically. You know, I went to SOBs. I would go to SOBs a lot because you know the underground or whatever. SOBs is where a lot of shit starts shaking up. Definitely. So one day I'm there and Sway's there. And we outside the spot, me and my bros was talking to him, telling him what's going on with the movement. It's like, and he had pointed at the shirt, and he like, yo, I like your shirt. I had my brand on, and my brand got the crescent moon with a Pisces symbol. It's a lot of shit within it, you know what I mean, that is interesting to anybody whose mind goes there, you know? Right. So he like, yo, that shirt is fire. I'm like, yo, I got one for you, but you just gotta come around the corner with me to the car. Like, I'll give you one right now. Yeah. He like, yo, my cab. I'm like, bro, I get in the cab with you. Like, so I jumped in the nigga cab. Like, he like, yo, you serious? I'm like, yo, I'm dead ass. Like, so we took the cab and we went to my boy's car. He popped the trunk and gave him a shirt. Took a picture with him. He's like, yo, man, I like your energy. So he like, here's my contact. He was like, yo, keep emailing them, and I'm gonna try to get y'all up on the show. So. The time we went up is around the time where like Coachella be happening. So a lot of the rap activity in the city was dead. Everybody was South by Southwest. Okay. So everybody was out there. So he had available slot, and he called us up. And that shit was dope. It was fire.
They say when you want fruit, you got to go out on a limb. Hopped your ass in that cab.
Man, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact. He had wore a shirt. It's so funny. He had wore a shirt the day on MTV when he announced that I think it was a top 5 list. Yeah. The reason that Kanye got tight with him and said the shit about the first TV. Yeah. He was wearing my shirt the day that he announced that shit. So I was like, wow, yo,
look at blessings.
Yo,
put yourself in the right place at the right time. Tell me about this project that you sent me some records from. I posted one of them.
Sirius Sin.
Yeah. Tell me about this joint.
Alright. So Sirius Sin, I feel like this album right here, make sure y'all go out there and copy Sirius Sin. It's on all platforms. I do want y'all to go to iTunes and purchase it because, you know, we indie, every dollar counts. But yeah, Sirius Sin. Sirius Sin was an album of me coming back to myself, I feel like. Because like you said, when Shah sends you some shit and then he ain't sending you some shit in a minute, it's like, because I wasn't on it no more. I was like on the leg where I was like, I ain't really fucking with this music shit like that no more. Like, whatever's happening with my group that I'm fucking with, and then like just the industry itself. You know how the industry move. Like, whether we talking about Diddy type shit or whatever, like it's not a friendly place, and it's not a place where somebody like me, like I'm not itching to be around these motherfuckers. So I was about to really fall back, but something within me was like, nah, keep going back at it. So Sirius Sin is me coming back and coming full fledged. Like, just focus on me. I ain't worrying about nobody else. Artistry, I'm not pushing nobody else. Like, it's all Yah now. It's all Yah Sin, and the results is here. Like, the album is fire.
It is.
People are gravitating toward it. It's getting shared. Like, it's out there. Word.
Tell them about the record you got with Ghostface. I love it.
Yo, Bikini Wax. It's out. Shout out to Real Fortes. He produced it. Life, man. Life is crazy. I got that beat from Real Fortes years ago on Twitter.
Yeah.
He's a producer. He was working with Styles P. That's why I had started following him. I heard a couple of beats that he did for Styles. Styles is one of my favorite rappers. Shout out to Styles. So we was talking or whatever, and he was like, he had tweeted that he had some beats he made catered especially for Ghostface style. Like, he wished that he could get it to him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, I might be able to help you with that. Like this was mad years ago.
Yeah.
It's probably like 2018. I'm like, yo, I might be able to help you with that. I'm like, but I gotta get on the record. Right. So he like, yo, man, whatever. So
yeah.
I had put something together and I had sent it to Ghost, and Ghost had never got back to me. So not that he just recently getting back to me, but he finally really made it happen.
Right.
So it was right on time for me releasing this album. So Bikini Wax is out there. Y'all go bump that. That shit was dope, man. I got to go toe to toe with another legend. That's how.
Who gave it the title?
Me.
Okay.
All right. It sounded like some ghost shit.
Yeah, you know it, dude.
Yeah. My pop's like, yo, why the fuck you call it this? You only said so. I'm like, nigga, this is Ghostface aesthetics, nigga. Like, I know what the fuck sounds like a Ghostface track, nigga.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I seen the radio hopped on that shit.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, Wu-Tang radio. And Hot 97. Drewski was spinning it. Shout out to Drewski.
I seen that.
Yeah, shout out to Max. Word.
The first day, think y'all had a snippet, or you might have posted a snippet or something.
Of being on the radio.
Yeah. Pop sent it to me and shit. And I'm like, damn, man, like, you in the right place, man.
Yo, and that's when you hit me, and I was like, oh shit, nah, I think Gully reached out to me too. Like, all right, bet it's lit.
Yeah, you qualified though. It ain't so much about Sean and Shaheen and shit. You definitely qualified, and you said it. You got the Ghostface aesthetic on it. The title, it just make it sound like some shit. strawberry kiwi and all this shit.
Yeah, exactly. What is that line I told you the other day when a nigga said, turn nuns to earth, whoopee, she had a law school. I'm like, yo, to the average mind, that shit might not have meant anything. Yeah. But because I know the culture, like, he just says some shit like, turn nuns to earth, whoopee, she had a law school. Like, yeah. He just switched the bitch face right in front of us.
He's incredible, man. He's incredible, man. He's incredible. That nigga really something, man. Like, I am a real fan of his. And I was at the party. I was at the birthday party. Oh, yeah? I ended up seeing that you was there. So we just didn't know each other.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I was in there that night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think I figured it out that you was in there because I filmed that night. Oh, okay. And I was doing some editing, and I'm like, yo, this nigga right here. Shit. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'll be in the cut, bro. I'll be there.
No doubt. I appreciate your time, man. This was really, really fun and informative. I'm glad I got my hands on this before the rest of the world, Yo,
man, I
sink their talents into you because they coming for you, man.
Appreciate you.
And you deserve it. Go ahead and give me, tell them where they can find you at online.
Yo, you can check me out. My main account is Instagram. You can go to Instagram, YAH_SINS. Also, follow The Grain LLC. The Grain YouTube is coming up short. That's why I didn't give it to y'all yet, because I had to reconstruct my YouTube life. But follow me on the gram for now. Make sure y'all check out all my music on all digital platforms. Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify.
Let me get a drop.
What you want to say? Gully TV?
Yeah.
Alright. Yo, what up? It's Yah Sin. I'm here with I Am Gully TV. We in the building. Y'all already know what it is.
Appreciate you. Good job.